Hey everyone, hope that you're having a fabulous day. I'm decided to do a special for people because I can feel the energy right now and I know that there are people that really need support. So I'm not sure how long I'm going to do this special for, but my in-person is currently, you can book online through robinshealing.com, $40 for 1 hour. And what I'm inviting you to do is when you go to book online, the only way to book is online and you have to pay when you book, so you can pick your time that way. The only thing I'm just inviting you to do is write down when you go to book specifically what you're looking for in your treatment, okay? So that could be anything from an in-person reading to getting your feet and face done. So I would split up the time based on what I feel like you need. Of course, if this is your first time working with me, we're probably going to start off our in-person session with like a little kind of consult. Also, if you want to plan ahead, you're also welcome to do a free consult with me. And those go up until an hour. My goal in this, not just in this video, is to do a weekly reading, but I really want to get back in touch with humans again. And it's been a really long 3 years. It's been a really tough road for people. And I was hesitant to invite people into my space because of the current situation, but I've decided I'm having a little breakthrough and I really want to invite people back into my space. So I am spending my entire weekend just cleaning up my space. So I live in Riverview. If you are anywhere, well, I have people that are coming from Halifax still that are interested in in-person appointments, but if you're one that doesn't like to drive and you're local in and around the Riverview area, I am pretty central, so I have a back entrance. I have a separate space specifically for my work. I bought this house 2 years ago for that reason, so you're more than welcome to book in for only $40 for that appointment. And again, please mention specifically what you would like, because it's really helpful. If you've ever come to me in person, you know I switch up my space based on the person that's coming. So I'll put crystals in certain places. Sometimes we're just going to sit and we're going to talk and we're going to clear energy that way. Other times we're doing energy work the whole time. And what's really nice now is, again, if you have questions, book in a free consult, but I also am doing private yoga now, and that's something I'm incorporating in with sound healing and things like that. Also, if you want to learn in that time, I'm even open to teaching. So if you want some coaching, if there are things that you need support with, that's what I'm here for, guys. It's really not about the money. It's all about helping you out, okay? So if you're hopping on, feel free to say yes, say hello, and write in the comments what's going on with you. I would love to hear. The energy again is quite intense. We're gonna have a full moon coming up on the 5th of February, so that's why I already pulled out my tarot cards. I already did a spread here, so I'm really curious to know what this full moon is gonna bring in at the same time as what our week is gonna bring in. And also, aside from booking through robinshealing.com, on there you can also get a free program that's it's already recorded, but that's also when you go to read about my programs, you'll be able to find a free program in there for yourself. That's something I did by accident and then decided that I just keep it. So if people are wandering on my site, they're going to come across the free program. And then of course I have my blog under there, and I am feeling called back into doing more writing. So when that happens, I'll do my best to let you guys know. So if you're not already underneath my email list, feel free to go to my Linktree. For people that don't know what Linktree is, it's just one place where you can get access to all the links. So if you're struggling with trying to find my YouTube channel, Linktree is going to be the one that's going to help you with that, okay? Also, for online appointments, so if you're coming in person, you're getting 1 hour. For $40, if you're online, you're going to be getting a half an hour session for $45, and that is called readings. But again, write down, it's really important, I feel like, to do this, what you're focusing on, because that way I'm more aware of if I need my tarot cards, if I need my angel cards, if I need my crystal ball, if you want a tea leaf reading, if you specifically want theta healing because you have a lot of stuff going on, if there's something you don't want, like these are opportunities for you guys. Eventually, I'm just going to start having like more questions that I ask you. One, to see if we're a good fit to work together, and two, so I can get more information about you, because a lot of times when people book in readings, they think I'm here to like as a medium connect with your loved one, or as a psychic tell you things about yourself. And I'm not one to prove myself of what I do. I'm just genuinely here to help you. So the more open you are and share with me, the more I can help you too. So it's really important that you do your own work as well on yourself, so that when you come to me, you can help me help you. Okay? That needed to be said. As I was saying, I'm having a bit of a breakthrough recently, where I feel like we've gone through so much stuff in our family, in our personal lives, lots of losses, and I'm just at that point where I'm recognizing that it's so important that I'm kind of like shining my light and being my best version of me too. Okay, so I want to be genuine, and I want to be open with my clients and potential clients as well. So I want to make things affordable. You absolutely, if you want to, if you're coming in person, want to pay cash, I'm never going to say no to people paying cash. It's just, I find it's so much easier when people just book online and make that payment, because sometimes that can cause more issues than it needs to. Okay, so that's our housekeeping. When we look at the weekly, we have a lot going on. So like just looking at my cards and my spread here, we have the Devil, which talks about someone who is feeling a lot of blocks, even though they don't need to feel that way. So with this full moon coming up, be mindful of where you are, again, holding any fears and also any grudges, okay? That's what I was saying. I'm having my breakthrough. I'm just like, I'm not scared of anything anymore. I'm really not. Bring it on, right? But it doesn't mean that there aren't going to be obstacles on your path. So these cards for this week are just really talking about, like the card is Angel of Freedom, right? So it's talking about not trying to control situations, right? And so it's interesting because I was just saying, please write down what you want for your session, which typically isn't me because I'm so free flowing. But it's also still important that we have structure in our lives. So this card's talking about that balance between having logic, having structure, right? Having stability and security in our lives so that we're content, but not making that what life is about. Okay, so it's we're here to enjoy the ride. We're here to have excitement and enthusiasm and feel good. So if you're not feeling good this week, especially as the full moon approaches, just remind yourself to take more time out for yourself, more self-care. It's going to be needed. Otherwise, you might find that you're getting in your own way when it comes to things. Okay. And again, with my deal, I don't know how long that's going to be on for, so I'm just going to see how it goes. If I'm too busy, I'll just kind of like, I'll just have to stop, because I won't have the energy to continue. But I'm going to just monitor that and see how it goes. So if everything's very balanced and flowing, then I'll continue it. And yeah, I just ask that people are respectful, that they follow the guidelines in the booking process. Okay. The other thing is a boundary for myself, is after my sessions, I really appreciate people. If you enjoyed your reading, if you enjoyed your, I'm going to call it a massage, your foot massage, then absolutely please take the time to either write a testimonial and email that to me, horsemanreadings@gmail.com, so that that's something that I can advertise, that's supportive for me and my business as a lovely exchange for doing like a special. Or if you could write a review underneath my Facebook here at Horseman Readings, that would be great. Other than that, I feel like just book in for your following session. And again, if I'm continuing to do this deal, this is a great time to do multiple sessions if you're able to, because I do feel like this is a time where we need a lot of maintenance. So even if you don't feel like you have anything going on, or maybe you're not sure about what a reading's going to be like, I do so many different things, and I change it up depending on what person it is, and also from session to session, okay? The other thing that's popping out here is there's big changes coming up this week, okay? Like I can even feel that for myself just by the way that I'm talking, and this need for more like support from my clients too, just like little things like that. So what I'm getting here is that you're gonna feel really emotional this week. And so be mindful and aware of that when we are feeling extra emotional, it's often because big things are about to happen, okay? So as I was talking about me having a breakthrough, just as an example, these are things that are meant to be celebrated and enjoyed. And so there are things, you can be overly emotional in a good way, not necessarily in a bad way either. So for some of you, I feel like you're gonna be the light in the darkness, okay? And it's important to maintain your empathy for others as well at this time. So if you're acting a little bit jealous, if you're being depressed, things like that, those specific emotions feel like we're not taking care of ourselves, and that's why we're acting that way, okay? So I feel like we need more food this week as well. It feels like that's part of self-care, is pay attention to what you're eating. If you're interested in also a free consult in relation to like my herbs that I have as well, or any of my health products or healing products, I would love to even like show you some things and discuss some things as well, kind of like a care package. And then I charge $20 for shipping no matter what the size of the package is, okay? That's coming up because I can see someone giving somebody else like good energy, or giving somebody else gifts, stuff like that this week. And I think it's more that it's gonna make you feel good. For people that also aren't familiar with me, I feel like sharing this too, that I have a background in psychology. I have quite an interesting background, actually. I've taken a lot of education, and I feel like kind of discussing a bit more about like my background in healthcare for some reason. I worked in home care and nursing homes and hospitals for about 10 years or so. And I feel like that's important to share because I've seen a lot of stuff. I've seen a lot of like palliative care. I've seen a lot of stupidity and accidents working in emergency. I've seen a lot of people not taking care of themselves. And I've also have seen a lot of like negativity in workplaces and work environments as well. For some reason, I feel like talking about that because I think it's important to let you guys know that I've seen a lot of stuff and I've heard a lot of things. I've also have been doing energy work since 2004. I started energy work, so however long that's been, and also started diving into these cards when I was 21, and now I'm turning 37. So I've been like working with clients and with people doing readings and things like that for a really long time, and I've heard a lot of things. I've heard it all, really, from some of the saddest stories to like really big success stories of people losing over 100 pounds in like a year. Starting up their own businesses. I've seen people, I've helped a lot of families, like the mother, the father, the cousin, the sister, the entire family kind of get therapy and get support. Like a lot of relationship issues. And again, like I feel like sharing these stories, I guess I've lost clients too. I've lost friends that I've worked with, and that's been challenging. So, you know, when I was taking my mediumship course, we do like a Zoom group thing. I don't know, it was a week or two ago. I realized, like, holy crap, I've like been a part of like some really amazing things with people. And I feel very fortunate because I've been there for people's kind of like last breath, that sort of thing. And, you know, not everybody succeeds when I'm working with them either. I've seen other people where they've opened up to their spirituality and have kind of gone backwards as well because they weren't ready. So yeah, I've been a part of all of the hardship, I guess. And I guess what I'm saying is that I understand and I have a lot of empathy for others. And so there's no situation that's too much or too heavy, okay? And also, if you think you don't have anything wrong with you, you're probably a good fit to work with, because it's good to open up to understanding that you're not perfect and we all have work to do, okay? So Queen of Cups this week, we have sensitivity. We were just talking about that it's going to be a really emotional week. This person has like a really pretty long dress on. The color blue is really standing out to me. I feel like this is really related to balance with our masculine and our feminine energy, okay? So what I'm getting here is that, again, embrace those beautiful qualities that you have, but also working on where you might be narrow-minded. Where are you not looking at everything from all angles? And also, I'm seeing somebody checking things off of a list. And, like, I know people who recommend, like, checklists, like, for anxiety and for feeling accomplished. And what I'm more seeing in my mind right now with somebody checking off a list is more about, like, a gratitude list. That's my recommendation, is, like, write down, like, I am grateful for, like, my hair, having my hair, because not everybody has their hair, right? And then you can put, like, a little check mark, like, good for me, and, like, really focus in on that. Appreciate those things and really kind of spend your time focusing on less analytics and more on appreciation and understanding yourself and your emotions this week, okay? So it's going to be a really deep week. So we've got the Devil working through those blocks. We've got the sensitivity working on those emotions. And then we've got the change coming in where we're really, really getting focused on that gratitude and that energy. And that's wonderful. We also have 10 of Pentacles here. And I'm feeling like there might be someone who is grateful all the time that's watching. And again, they still might not be giving themselves enough credit. So I feel like make sure that you are raising your vibration by rewarding yourself this week, okay? So that means spending some money and not worrying about money as much, okay? Knight of Cups, spirituality. This is talking often about the start of a new relationship or a start of a new career. I'm getting that it's more about finding like more love in your life, whether that's a love relationship, whether it's loving yourself, but love has to be a priority this week, okay? And also give more. Don't be so tight with your money. I'm seeing people in poverty as well. And we're walking by these people sleeping underneath a bridge in the dark, and we're walking past them as if it's normal. It's not normal. Nobody should have to live that way. So help people, okay? Help them out. I can't do things for free or I would not have a business, but in my opinion, what I'm offering is almost free. So saving money is going to be important as well, but it's more about depending on where you are. This week, it feels like the saving part is more about like waiting for the timing to be right of things, but also like having a good mindset around money as well, okay? Death represents an ending, by the way. It doesn't mean somebody's going to die. And this is more related to the full moon. So by the time that full moon comes in, look out. I'm going to be doing a full moon reading as well. That's what I would kind of recommend for you guys if you're going to be doing like an in-person treatment. I would say come like later next week, closer to the full moon, where your cup is at its fullest. And then you can get more support, okay? Because it does feel like that's important to acknowledge, that when our cup is too full, we can't do it all by ourselves, okay? So it's interesting. I'm saying some of these things, but then it's also for certain people, they're like timing really matters, okay? So we've got the Nine of Wands really working hard this week, working hard on projects, things like that. We've got the Empress for abundance. And again, where money's coming up, it's really about feeling abundant in love, in your love life. So if you are married, it's a great week for focusing on compassion for each other. And so it's not as much about sexy time this week as much as it is if you're going through any type of challenges in your relationship. It's about embracing the positive qualities that each other has. And that'll make each other feel better, okay? Four of Cups, indifference. This is really talking about our monkey minds, where if we're not doing the clearing out the mental stuff that's going on there, you're going to be feeling it, okay? So make sure that's where theta healing can be really great for people who are really struggling with that concentration. Maybe you want to learn how to meditate. I know there's someone that wanted to book in with me because they said, I really want to learn how to meditate. I've got some theta healing downloads that I did yesterday that you might want to receive if you want extra support. And then the other area for extra support would be my membership group, okay? So if you want to learn how to meditate, become a VIP member, and then email me, hey, I want to work on meditation this month, and then I will teach you. It's not one-on-one, but it's still like you email me things that you would like to work on, and then I build the content, and then everybody can watch those videos. So if you need to know more about that, or you have questions, book in a free consult or read about it through robinshealing.com. Okay, I've got 2 cards left, but I also have my crystal ball here. One big thing that's coming up is reflection work or mirror work. Also, if you're VIP, you have access to my 6-week psychic development program, which also can help you with tools. One of the things that we talked about in that program was mirror work. So there might be someone on here that needs to become a VIP member, and that's more what their focus could be. It's $55.55 a month, or you can join as a beginner $11.11, or right in the middle $33.33. But there is someone who needs to be more VIP because it feels like they're worrying too much, and it's just like it can be easier than it has to be, okay? It can be like, I mean, I'm basically saying things don't have to feel so heavy, okay? That there is light there, but sometimes we need those reminders, okay? So support keeps coming up. That's what that message is. Our theme is strength, not surprise. This talks about discipline. This talks about doing the work. This talks about some of those money things that you might have going on. People get super weird about money. And money is energy, so that's just one area of your life, right? If you're hopping on, you'd like a message, just let me know. I have 1 card left. So this isn't going to be for the week. This is going to be for you guys watching, specifically whenever you hop on here, whenever you choose to watch this video, this message is going to be for you, okay? Kings represent masculine energy. That also represents leadership. If you watched my weekly for this current week, that was really important, I believe, for the week, to stay in that energy and maintaining that. Swords, and it also says decisions here, represents our mind. We were just talking about the monkey mind. So if you're finding it hard to think clearly, again, the reading might be helpful for you for half an hour, $45. I'm also feeling like there's someone who's an empath, so you could watch my yoga for empaths that I did 2 days ago. It's not really like real yoga where you're like breathing and flowing and all that stuff. It's really more just I'm communicating some things to put into your mind about how you can shift the energy of your body, and then just a couple little ideas, okay? Cord cutting is also coming up. Cord cutting is basically when we're taking on other people's emotions, we don't realize it. There are a couple little tools and tricks that we can use to help us come back into our own energy, okay? So if you're sensitive and you're not cord cutting, learn how to cord cut. Again, that's something I could teach you as well. And those are our final messages. That card also represents either someone who's a Libra or someone who's representing a Libra, meaning they're thinking outside of the box. They're really working on seeing things from other people's perspectives, which is really great. So that's a positive quality or positive trait that you also have, that you're able to look at things and not judge as well. So you might be critical in your own mind, but when it comes to others, you might be a lot more lighthearted and loving, kind, and compassionate. I don't think you'd be here otherwise, right? So thanks so much for watching this, guys. This is a great video to share out for others so that they can take advantage of my special as well. Again, I don't know how long it's going to be going on for. I'm just going to go with the flow in terms of that. So yeah, it could be a few days. It could be a few weeks. I don't know. All right. But I'd love to see some faces. I genuinely do feel like I need that myself. So that's why I'm doing this. Will I continue in person? I don't know. I'm going to see how it goes. But the space will be available 100%, so that if someone's coming in Monday, my space will be all ready. Okay. So I'm not working on the weekends. I've hemmed and hawed about that. I'm open until like 8 o'clock or so. Okay. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. If you're in a different time zone and I'm available, you can email me if you really can't book in my hours. Okay. But I feel like those times, hopefully you can even book a day off or something to get your appointment in, okay? These appointments are very, very important for your overall health and wellness. It's not just for mental health. This is for emotional health. This is also for spiritual healing and growth, and now more on the physical area where I'm doing more health and alignment focus, which as I'm sitting here, my back is not straight. So I'm also doing some of these yoga classes to help people. Also, last thing, I swear, I'm going to be opening up to doing some yoga classes. Currently, my space that I have here in my home, I wanted to make a yoga studio downstairs, but I do have a couple options, I believe, in Riverview, where I can rent out a space to do some classes where we can invite more people into the space. So as of right now, I'm going to be looking into some dates to do a couple yoga classes. I'm feeling called to doing sound healing as well, so that if you're a person who's carrying a lot around with you, we can shift some of that energy aside from just doing some yoga practices. I'd also love to hear, what is your favorite style of yoga? Are you a beginner? Are you advanced? And that'll give me a better idea if you're interested in practicing with me. And I'm also going to be doing some free stuff on YouTube, so please make sure you're subscribed to that. So bye, guys. Thanks for sharing your time with me, and we'll see you soon.